Hello friends, comment ça va? Welcome to Cajun Charles, your place for Cajun cooking and a little storytelling. Hello friends, welcome to Cajun Charles. Well, today I was going to make Cajun shrimp pasta for my wife and my son. However, once I got to the store, the mood kind of hit me and I decided, you know what, I'm going to make an enhanced version of my Cajun shrimp pasta. So instead of y'all waiting for this to come along a little bit later, you're going to get it first. Now, later on I'll give you the basic version, but we're going to go with the enhanced one today. So here we have just the basic ingredients. We've got our Holy Trinity here that I've already got cut up and ready of onions, peppers, celery. I'm making a double batch today, so I've got 2 onions, 2 bell peppers, 1 green, 1 red, and also a couple sticks of celery in there. All right, stick of butter here. Got some green onions to go in later. Gonna make a little light roux there to put in it. Got a little heavy whipping cream, little cream cheese, little rotel tomatoes, Cajun Charles seasoning, a little parsley, and 2 pounds of shrimp. And normally I just put pasta, but when I was at Kroger, I found a little cheese inside the pasta, so I'm going to add that tonight. So there you got my little enhanced version. And I got a little Cajun hot sauce here, and of course I've got my Bud Light Lime here to help me cook tonight. So we're going to get started. I'll start out putting a half a stick of butter here in this pan. And we're going to start sauteing our vegetables. We'll saute this for about 15-20 minutes. So I'm going to tell you a quick little story. This is about Fontenot, Boudreaux, and Thibodeau. They were in New Orleans and they got themselves a job working on a real tall building that we're building in New Orleans. Man, after a while they were sitting up there one day and they opened up their lunch buckets and Boudreaux looks at his, he says, I don't know if I get ham and cheese every day. Ham and cheese, no matter what. If I keep getting ham and cheese meat, I think I'm going to jump off this building. Well, Thibodeau, he opens his lunchbox, and he got chicken salad. He said, you know, Boudreaux, I've been having chicken salad every day. If I get chicken salad one more day, I'm going to jump off with you. Well, then Fontenot, he opens up his, he's got peanut butter and jelly. He says, I got peanut butter and jelly every day, just like y'all. So I think, you know, if I do it, I'm going to jump off with y'all too. So the next day, they're working on the building. It gets to be lunchtime. Boudreaux opens his lunch bucket. Ham and cheese sandwich. He said, that's enough meat. I've had it. I'm done. He closes his bucket. Off the building he went. Thibodeau opens up his lunch bucket. Chicken salad, just like he's always had. Closes his bucket. Off the building he goes. Fontenot opens his up, peanut butter and jelly. He says, I'm coming with y'all too. I've had enough of this. He jumps off. Well, a couple of days later, they're at the funeral home. And since all 3 of them died at the same time, they had a joint funeral. Well, and there's the widows sitting up in the front pew. You got Marie, you got Clotilde, and you got Mary. And they're all crying and carrying on. And Marie and Clotilde, I just don't understand why he never told me how much he hated his lunch like that. I'd have made him something different, but I just made it. He never said nothing. I didn't realize that it was going to make him jump off the building. And Clotilde, Thibodeau's wife, said, yeah, me too. And they look over at Mary, and she's just shaking her head. She's not really crying a lot, but she's just shaking her head. They said, Mary, how come you're not crying? She said, well, I'm confused. I'm like, what you confused about? Well, I understand Boudreaux and Thibodeau jumping off, but Fontenot, He made his lunch every day. So, there you go. So we're coming back here to the food. We got our onions going here. And while that's going, we're going to make us a little light roux over here. And I grew up, you always made your roux here in a black pot. So I've got a black pot, cast iron pot. We're going to melt a little butter in here. We're going to make a little light roux just to help thicken up the shrimp pasta. Now, one of the secrets to making a good roux, of course, is having a black cast iron pot. Put your little butter in there. Of course, I remember as a kid, we had Crisco, we had leftover bacon grease, whatever it was we would use to make roux. So I've got like a half a stick of butter, and I'm going to start out about a half a cup of flour and then stir this up. Now, one of the important things to have in that is to have a flat spoon. If you use a regular spoon, sometimes it's hard to get it off the bottom of the pot. And you got to stir. You can't stop stirring. You got to stir. Now, it looks like I need to add me a little bit more butter. And you want to keep it on a medium to low heat because you don't want to burn it. If you burn your roux, you got to start all over. Our onions are starting to cook down some. So now we're going to add our Rotel tomatoes. And of course, since we added another ingredient to this, we're going to sprinkle a little bit more Cajun Charles seasoning in there. And also have another little sip of Bud Light. Boy, this is smelling good. Let's check on our roux over here. Now we don't want it too dark for this. It's not like we're making gumbo, or we don't need it that dark. We just need a little light like it is, just to help thicken up the shrimp pasta. Our onions and peppers have been sauteing here for a good 15-20 minutes. And now we're going to add our shrimp. Of course, before we put it in there, we're going to add a little Cajun Charles seasoning to it. Mix it around. And then add it to the pot here. And we just want to kind of cook it, get the shrimp kind of pinkish. And we're going to let this cook for about 5-6 minutes or so. Let the shrimp get pink and be ready before we add some more ingredients to it. Our shrimp has been cooking for about 5 or 6 minutes. Ooh, as you can see, it's turning nice and pink. God, this smells good. Now to this, we're going to add us some Philadelphia cream cheese, about 8 ounces of it. Again, this is a double batch, so this is going to be a cheesy Cajun shrimp pasta. Get that stirred in there. Then we're going to add a little bit of parsley. Just kind of sprinkle in there. And we're going to get our roux that we had here cooled off a little bit, just a little enough to just help thicken things a little bit. And we're going to add some heavy whipping cream. I got an 8 ounce, a pint of it here. We'll start out with about half of it. All right, we're going to add a little bit of hot sauce. Not much, not just a little bit. All right, we're going to let that cook for about 7 or 8 minutes, and then we'll check back. I'll see you after a while. Okay, this has been cooking here for a while. Oh, I tasted it. Well, actually, I let my wife taste it, and she says it's pretty good. So I said, bon, sure. Now I'm going to add my green onions to it. Stir that around. Let that cook a little bit longer. And then next, we're going to take these tornellitis filled with cheese that I found at Kroger's early today. Normally I just use regular pasta, but I couldn't pass this up. So I got my Magnolite pot here of water ready. I say it takes about 4 minutes for these to cook. And then I'll be adding it to my mix. So I'll see you back in 4 minutes. All right. Oh, God, this looks good. All right. Now, flat spoon is wonderful. I can keep the scraping on the bottom. Keep that all off the bottom there, but this looks great. Now I've got all my pasta over there rinsed off, ready to go. Cheese filled. Got my wife and my son here just dying to dig into this. So am I. And then finally, we're going to add a little Parmesan cheese on top. Can't have enough cheese in this. We got plenty of cheese. There you go, my friends. Cajun Charles's enhanced shrimp pasta. Or maybe we should call it Cajun Charles's cheesy shrimp pasta. Au revoir, bonsoir. We're going to dig into this. Hello, friends. If you would like to ride along with me in my P-Row and learn some more about my Cajun cooking and hear a few more of my Cajun stories, click the subscribe button below. And if you would like to know when I've docked my little P-Row and ready to cook and tell stories, hit the little bell. Merci beaucoup.